Alright guys, so as we all know, DSPs been giving us their wrap up for the year, end of the year list. We've gotten the chance to see which artists dominated, each platform. So out there, Spotify give us theirs, Apple give us theirs, Deezer give us theirs. Not sure about Boom. I've not seen Boom play though. Amazon just give us theirs. We'll check it out later. So I just want to speak on what I've noticed so far. I want to start with Wiz dominated this year. Most streamed artists on Spotify NG, most streamed artists on Apple NG. That's heavy. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. This album Mariah, most streamed album on Apple NG. Mariah is also the most streamed album on Spotify NG. But to be fair, Wizkid had the advantage over the likes of Bonner, David, and Benson, though. Ashike also, because Ashike and Wizkid dropped their projects last year. That's months before others dropped theirs. So 5 dropped in April. Burna Boy's No Sign of Weakness and Benson's Captain dropped in July. So Wiz had the advantage, but he dominated this year, bro. Spotify and Apple Music. And let me speak on Burna real quick. Burna appeared on most of the list, basically all the list, you understand, but he didn't really dominate the list because I feel like on most of the list he was third, you understand. He came third on most of the list. Most of the list, Wizkid is at number 1, then Ashike before Burna. But like I said, both Wiz and Ashike dropped their projects around last year, though. I'm just saying, I'm just trying. You just calm down. I'm just trying to be fair. You understand? So Burna had a good year, but not compared to Ashike and Wizkid. You understand? Now Davido on the other end, I'll come to Ashike. Now Davido on the other end, with you, took off this year, so we got to see him on most of the list on Spotify. Now David did not really dominate Apple Music, at all, you understand, but on Spotify he really did this thing on Spotify because, bro, With You is the most streamed record on Spotify. 5 is also the most streamed album on Spotify. No, I don't think 5 is the most streamed. No, Wizkid's Morale is the most streamed album on Spotify, while 5 is second on the list, you understand. So David was on the major list on Spotify, but not on Apple Music. Now Ashike on the other end made appearances both on Spotify and Apple Music, bro. Why Love is the most streamed record on Apple Music this year. You understand? I think MMS was also on most of the list because MMS is a big record. Wiz is on MMS, you understand? So Ashike did his thing this year. Let me just put it like that. Honestly, like, he dominated the lists. You feel me? Who else now? Benson on the other end. Bro, Rema did not appear on most of these lists, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Rema did not appear on most of these lists. I'll come to Rema later. I want to speak on Rema and Ashike. I'll speak on Rema and Ashike and in fact the new generation soon. You understand? But Benson also made appearances on Apple Music this year. Captain really dominated at number 1, bro. Captain was out there going back and forth with 5 and No Sign of Weakness at some point, and Captain was on top. You understand? So Benson did his thing this year also. He dominated, or he appeared most times on most of the list on Apple Music. You understand? Not sure about Spotify though. You understand? So yeah, now I want to speak on Ashike and Rema real quick. I feel like Ashike has been outperforming Rema in the past few years. I mean, Rema has the bigger records. Don't get me wrong. Rema has calmed down out there. He has the most streamed Afrobeat project of all time, the most streamed record of all time. But bro, and I don't even want to say nah. You know what? Let me make a different video on this Ashike and Rema's debate. I want to make, because I feel like it's going to be a lengthy conversation or a lengthy video, you understand? But I want to speak on the new generation separately because I feel like we have to speak on that, bro. Ashike has not been playing around with you guys. I'm not even going to lie. Ashike is out there dominating like brazy. People are even out there putting Ashike in the big 3 conversation right now. Even though that's a reach, that's too much. They are doing too much. But yeah, they're out there putting Ashike in most of this conversation because Ashike is not joking, no. So I'll make a separate video on the new generation. I want to speak my mind on Ashike, Rema, and probably Thames Ira. Or my lead also. Those 5 artists, because bro, that new generation while or debate, it go tough, it go tight. Because at least we know the big 3 right now, obviously, Whiskey, Davido, Burna Boy. You understand? It's clear. But as for the new generation, it's not clear. So it's not clear at all, because but right now, maybe I just make that video later. What do y'all think? Y'all should leave your opinions down below. Bless.